Yeah, very good afternoon. Hope the voice is clear. Yeah, 1 second. Okay. See now, last class, yeah. See, last class, we started a very important polycrust. Okay. So, before I continue, we'll just have a quick recap so that we have a continuity. So, can I have some quick inputs? The remedy that we started, what did we discuss? Yeah, a lot of people coming in. Okay. So, which was the remedy that we started? Yeah, okay, good, very good. Sorry, I missed the chat box. Yeah, good. Many of them have given the right answer. We started with Sanicula, and one student has given the sequence. Very good. I appreciate. I started with changing professions. Very good, beautiful, good. Okay, good. It should be Spurti if I'm right. So from the first slide, she has started narrating. We started with changing of occupation. Very good. Okay. So we spoke of Sanicula. Absolutely right. Now to continue, what were the key points that we discussed? Where did we stop? And what exactly we need to start with? So what one important thing was mentally you saw them. They are the people who keep constantly changing, occupation. Very good. Apart from that, is that the only thing we discussed, or we had anything else in Sanicula? Basically, what is Sanicula? If you remember, the introductory part, we saw that this is a spring water, okay, and the evaporated salt is what we use in homeopathic preparation. And I also told you, Sanicula has lot of salts. Can you recall few salts? Which were the salts, other salts present in this mineral water? Now, this is a very important. If you remember, then things will become very easy. Yes, very good. It has natramure, good, agreed. Only natramure. It also had, like calcarea, very good. It also had magnesium. Absolutely right. It also had magnesium. Okay. What else? What else? What are the other things that you remember? Yes, it also had Cilicia, it also had Calcaraca. Very good. Okay. See, and we also spoke of the sphere of action of Sanicula, and you realize that the main area will be the GA. Okay, so GA was the main area, and the nutrition that gets affected. The sphere of action is very important because this class, lot of points from there they get reflected. Okay, and we also saw the ailments from, and of course we spoke the mentors, the mind part. So what I want to try to tell you here is this was the small recap that we had, and in today's class I'll be mainly focusing on the characteristic or the guiding symptoms of Sanicula. Okay, and to understand the guiding symptoms, as I just mentioned, you need to realize what exactly this mineral water contains. Okay, so it mainly has natrimure, calcarea carb, calcareous sulf. It also had silicia. Yes, it also had magnesium. It also had a little amount of alumina. Okay, so this is very important. Now, slowly we'll try to understand the uncommon, peculiar, characteristic, and guiding symptoms of Sanicula. Okay, hope I am clear. So next 30-40 minutes we'll be mainly focusing on the guiding symptoms. Students who have joined late, this is what I have planned for next 40-50 minutes. Okay, so we will straight away start with one very important characteristic symptom. The majority of the characteristic symptoms are explained using the images so that you will have that visual thing which you can capture, and lot of studies have showed anything that you see you remember much better. Okay, now what is it that I'm trying to share here or trying to tell you here is uh, yeah, very good. So offensiveness, yeah, this man must be, there is a Sanicula person in and around, and he is feeling that odor. Okay, so I'm talking to you about the discharges of Sanicula. See, when we look at the character of discharges, Sanicula has, discharges which are very offensive. See, when I say offensive, the next question as a budding homeopath that should come to your mind is, what is that characteristic odor you have in Sanicula? There are many remedies. Can you name few which has offensive discharges to keep the class interactive? Can I have, yeah, very good, beautiful. Sulfur, okay, good. Sulfur as offensiveness, okay, carbolic acid, good. Soranum, yeah, Crotalus, Ophidias, good. Silicea, Calcarea, beautiful, good, yeah. See, and each of these remedies, they will have their own characteristic discharges. We'll try limiting to Sanicula, and if time permits, we will look into the uh, remedies which have characteristic discharges. Now, when you look at the discharges in Sanicula, you need to remember two very important points. Now, one point is that that they are very offensive, and the smell is like rotten cheese. One, and please start thinking of other remedies which have similar discharges so that we can have some interaction. So the first thing is rotten cheese. What remedy, what is that immediate remedy that should come to your mind when I talk to you about rotten cheese? Discharges like rotten cheese. I mean, at least one remedy, which has this characteristic rotten cheese smell, and that remedy is heparin, heparin. Okay. See, one characteristic discharge is rotten cheese, and the second important discharge you have in Sanicula is like fish brain, BRANA. Now, what is this fish brain? What exactly does this tell? That's also very important. Many times, we know that Sanicula has fish brain discharges, but clinically tomorrow, how do we apply this? Or when do we prescribe Sanicula? What is that fish brain odor becomes very important. So if somebody can help me out, fine. Otherwise, I'll just tell you what exactly we mean by fish brain odor. Any idea what fish brain odor is? See, to make this very simple, see, brain is a salt water, in which fish is kept. Okay, soaked in salt water. Yes, agreed. One is says soaked in salt water. Now, what is this that you need to remember is, for example, if you happen or if you go through the fish market, and assuming assuming the fish has been decayed and the smell. One second, the sound is saying, yeah. So the smell that you get there, that smell is what we have to remember. Okay. So a decayed fish smell is something which comes very close to fish brain odor. Okay. Many times we have people coming and telling like, sir, when fish gets spoiled, that is the kind of smell my discharges resemble. Fine. So you can think of Sanicula. But before we think of Sanicula, before we talk of other remedies, which are those discharges which will have these discharges? It could be leukorrhea, the stool, the flatus, or any of these discharges. They can have something like this fish brain odor. And one more thing, the materia medicas give you here is what is the problem? Okay. One more very important thing that the materia medicas give you here is no amount of washing the person will get rid of the smell. You know, this is the characteristic smell you have in Sanicula. Okay. Now I'll talk to you about the fish brain odor a little later. Rotten cheese, I told you, the stools in Sanicula will have a smell like rotten cheese. You should never miss HEPAR. HEPAR, especially the mucus discharges, the respiratory discharges, the discharges from the nose. Okay, they will be very offensive. Okay, so other remedies which will have offensive rotten stool, rotten cheese like stools will be hepar, tuberculum, bryonia, and of course our remedy sanicula. Okay, now a small question: which are the other remedies as a final year student that you have in your mind which has fish brain odor? So hope the question is clear. Which are all the other remedies which will have fish brain odor? Okay. So see the remedies, when we talk of the remedies, the other remedies, I'll make it very simple for you here. What I'm trying to tell you is, for example, if you have fish brain odor mainly from the ear, okay, otorrhea which is smelling like that of fish brain, which are all the remedies? Any inputs? I know it's a post lunch class. The more interactive you are, the more you know nice the class will be. See, when you talk of otorrhea, one remedy as a final year student you need to remember is tellurium. I have no much experience with graphites and naja, but tellurium is one remedy which I have used with good results. Okay, tellurium, graphites, naja when the otorrhea is fish brain. For example, if the nasal discharges, the discharges from the nose, if they smell like that of fish brain, which remedies come up in our materia medica? Elapse is one remedy, and of course, you also have tuja, elapse and tuja. And the only remedy which has stools smelling like that of fish brain, and that single remedy is Medorina. See, for a final year student, I'm just giving you a small comparison. And what I'm also trying to tell you here is, for many RFIs, if you have fish brain odor discharges, you can't think of Sanicula. That is what I'm trying to highlight here. If it is ear, if it is nose, if it is stools, it is not Sanicula. It is some other remedy. Now the question is, then where Sanicula, or for which condition, or when do you think of Sanicula? See, when the leucorrhea, specifically when the leucorrhea is smelling like that of fish brain, you can think of either Sanicula, Medorinum, or Thuja. Okay. Similarly, urine. The urine is smelling like fish brain. You again have Sanicula coming up here, and you have uranium nitricum. And a remedy which we have done in our third year, that is Bufo. So this is a small slide which gives you an input about the other remedies having fish brain odor. Now the students who have joined late, guiding symptoms of Sanicula is what we are trying to discuss. Okay, and the first guiding symptom of Sanicula is the discharges are highly offensive and they smell like fish brain, and the discharges are like rotten eggs. This is the first thing we discuss. Now, very important in Sanicula is the desires. What exactly they like eating? What do they love in eating? Any wild guess? What are the desires of Sanicula? Very good. See now, why I'm asking you this question is, I told you Sanicula has calcarea, it has got silicia, it has got magnesiums, it has got borax. Fine. So ultimately, you'll see that the desires are also seen in one of those remedies. Okay. So with this clue, you can think of, yes, yeah. Now somebody is talking of salty food. Yes, it's got natrum. And Netrum, they love salty food. Alia is talking of smoked meat. Agreed. Good. Yeah. So what I was trying to tell you here is ham. Naveen is talking of undigestible food. Must be. I told you about calcarea. But you'll have a look at the desires. Ham. Ham is nothing but pig meat. They like ham, and they like something called as bacon. Bacon. Bacon, we have already discussed in few other remedies. Now, two small questions you'll have here. One question is, what do you understand by bacon? That's the first question as a final year student. And which are all the remedies, which are all the other remedies which have desires for bacon? Two small questions. You can take up whichever you want. You can give me the list of remedies, or you can give me the meaning. It's up to you. So both questions, no answer. Hmm. Okay, chalo. See, I mean, at least remedies. See, bacon, it's again a smoked meat kind of a thing, or a salted meat. Now, this is mainly prepared from the pig meat. It's almost like a pickle, you know. It is stored and it is eaten. So either a smoked meat or a salted one. Okay, mainly prepared from the pig meat. Okay. Now the remedies. Hope I am audible and clear. When you don't answer, I get that doubt. Is the question clear? At least the remedies. See, when you talk of remedies, you have calcarea phos. You also have tuberculinum, very, very prominent. Calcarea phos, tuberculinum, creosote, causticum are few remedies which will have desire for bacon. So desires bacon, and we also have other things like, for example, salt. One of your friend rightly said salt. Somebody used the word candies. I'll just modify that. They like more of sweets, okay, and they like more of fatty things. They like more of fatty things. So, which are all the remedies in our materia medica who enjoy fatty food, who can digest fatty food better? Which are all the remedies? Which are all the remedies? Okay. See, I mean, somebody is talking of pulsatilla. See, pulsatilla is exactly opposite. In pulsatilla, they will not like fat. Sorry, they will like fatty food, but they cannot digest fatty food. Okay, they love fatty food. They like eating all these burgers, fried stuff, but they will have a bad tummy upset. They will have diarrhea. So that is with pulsatilla. Pulsatilla loves fats, fatty food, but they cannot tolerate fatty food. Okay, so I hope next time pulse, at least in this situation, calcarea first agreed. See, a better remedy here. I don't know if somebody has already answered. They have told Nux vomica, agreed. Nux vomica, all those things are fine. But a specific remedy where the patient, yeah, beautiful. It's worth debate. Purushottam has got it right. Nitric acid, very good. Nitric acid. I don't know if somebody else has answered before, but Purushottam's answer, nitric acid, absolutely right. Good, keep it up. Other remedies are fine. Nux vomica is there. Magnesium. They also love non-veg. They hate vegetables. But one remedy is nitric acid. Tuberculum, they like fat. Calcarea phos, they like fat. Magnesium mure, they like fat. I don't deny. But please remember nitric acid, one top remedy. Okay, good. I'm happy you got the remedy right. Good. Now, disease X. You know from where this is coming up? Because Sanicula has calcarea cup. Yeah, very good. Calcarea cup. And a few more things, or one last thing I want to add here is they like, I've shown you milk. And if you observe the Google image very carefully, this is more of iced milk. Okay, fine. So in milk, they love adding ice cubes, or they keep it in fridge, and ice add ice cubes and they drink milk. So desires ice cold milk. We have only two remedies. See, cold milk, you have Restox, Apis, etc. You know, ice cold, fine. Very chilled thing. They like only two remedies in a materia medica. One is Sanicula, and the other one is a rare remedy, aconite acidum, something like that. I've never used it, so I don't have much experience. Aconite acidum, fine. It's a rare remedy. So the second guiding symptom of Sanicula, we have seen the cravings and the desires of Sanicula. Any questions at this stage? Any clarification? Anything you want me to repeat? I'm going slow so that the class is clear and it's easy to understand. Now we'll focus on the third characteristic symptom. And again, the beauty of Google Images is that you have realized I am concentrating on a point to do with, yes, Pragati has got it right. It's something to do with burning. Now, when we talk of burning, as a final year student, a lot of remedies come to mind, starting from sulfur, phosphorus, arsenic, etc., etc., etc. But what is so special in Sanacula? Where is the burning? What is the character of burning? You know, that is what that will guide us in prescribing Sanicula. So the third characteristic symptom that we are focusing here is there is burning everywhere, and I am focusing on few areas where you have burning in Sanicula. Burning of feet. See, as a practitioner, see, when I was a student, when my teacher would tell all these things, I would feel funny. I mean, what all these things, do they really come to clinic? But the beauty is, once you start practicing, you will realize patients typically come like this and they narrate their symptoms. That is the beauty of homeopathic materia medica. Okay. So what is that you understand? Again, two questions that will come up. See, before I start asking questions, you can start typing. Two things will come up here. What is it that you see in the image? Interpret the image. That, yeah, very good. There is burning of souls, and the person is uncovering his feet. Okay. See, if you see the pattern of he covering himself, he has covered himself thoroughly. But what is that part he is not covering is his souls. Very good. Yeah, there is burning souls, so he is uncovering his souls. Okay. So some 10, 12 remedies, which are all the other remedies which have, in which this symptom is prominent. Very good. Number one is sulfur. Beautiful. Beautiful. Sulfur. Sulfur. Dubara. Sulfur. Third bar, I don't know. Okay, fine. Sulfur, very good. Murderina, beautiful, good. Lacasis, yes, agreed. Any other remedies? Okay, see, sickle, somebody has told sickle. If you recall sickle will have more of coolness. Okay, no issues. Sickle also has burning, I have got nothing. Zavaria is sort of Cantharius. Cantharius also has burning. But where does where do you see burning in Cantharius? Where do you see burning in sickle? Yeah, very good. The burning is in Cantharius is more limited to the urinary tract, or it's a very good remedy for burns. Agreed. But the question here is burning feet and they uncover feet. Medornum is right, sulfur is right, lacasis is right. Few remedies that you have missed is pulsatilla. You also have chamomilla. Don't forget chamomilla. You also have sanguinaria canadensis. Okay. So a small list I have taken from the repertory. Yeah, magnesiums, magcar, magmure. You can add them. Now, very interesting in Sanicula. Can somebody interpret this image? Very interesting. This is the only other remedy which has this characteristic symptom in Sanicula. Yeah, somebody is talking of clean tongue, flabby tongue. Okay, sorry. Uh, what is the topic under which I'm trying to explain this? See, I'm trying to explain this under, yeah, Mani has got it right, under burning. So, a Sanicula patient, when his tongue burns, what is he or she trying to do? They try to protrude their tongue out, you know, in cold air. So there is bad burning of tongue. So the person is protruding his tongue. Done. So that he gets some cold air. Okay. So in repertory you have rubric mouth burning under tongue. You have this rubric protrudes it to cool it. See, so beautifully given in your repertory. Okay. So protrudes it to cool it is what you have in Sanicula. The only other remedy you have is iridium met. You can keep it in brackets. Iridium met is the only other remedy we have in our materia medica. Yeah, you can start interpreting the image. Yeah, what do you see here? You see more of dandruff. Yes, correct, dandruff. So, dandruff, fine, good, dandruff, right. Now, why have I put Sanicula under guiding symptoms under the heading dandruff? Okay, dandruff is scaly. There is profuse dandruff. You have many remedies in our materia medica which has dandruff. But what is special? What is so characteristic in Sanicula? See, one author, I don't know if it should be Fataks or some great author, he says dandruff in hairy parts. Try to understand the meaning. Dandruff in hairy parts. So wherever you have hair in Sanicula, I mean, they will have dandruff in Sanicula. It could be scalp, it could be beard, very good. Navin is contributing. Eyebrows, good. Dandruff in eyebrows. Dandruff or beard. I recently had a case. That's why I'm trying to tell you. Never, uh, you know, take the rubrics given in your materia medica or symptoms given in your materia medica very lightly. Recently, I had a man with dandruff over his beard. Okay, now this is what the author meant: dandruff over hairy areas, dandruff over chest. The only condition is chest, there should be hair, right? That's the only condition. So dandruff or hair over chest, dandruff or hair over the genitalia. Okay. So tomorrow, if you're fortunate, you get a patient who has dandruff over other than scalp, even scalp, any hairy area, you can think of Sanicula. Dandruff over eyebrows. The only other remedy mentioned in your materia medica is sulfur. Okay, dandruff over eyebrows. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this. Clear? If this is clear, yeah. Okay, yeah, good. So this is clear. We'll go ahead and we'll look at the other guiding symptoms. Now, this image, you can tell a lot of things, but can somebody quickly interpret this? I know a child is sleeping, fine, agreed. But what I'm trying to focus here is the perspiration. The perspiration of Sanicula. Now, can somebody complete the symptom? So, when do they perspire? What is the character of perspiration in Sanicula? Very good. Spurti gets it right. Yeah, Nitish also gets it right. See, Nitish says perspiration while sleeping, and Spurti completes telling it wets the pillow. Absolutely right. Perspiration while sleeping, and perspiration is profuse, it wets the pillow. Yeah, other remedies, good. Alia is talking of Cilicia. Better remedy than Cilicia. Yeah. Nitish gets it right. Calcarea carp. Yeah, beautiful. Good. Yeah. Calcarea, Cilicia. Very good. Absolutely right. Now, you have something more interesting coming up in Sanicula. So, perspiration on occiput and neck during sleep, wets pillow. Now, something very characteristic here in Cilicia. I mean, sorry, in what made me think of Cilicia? Fine. Why did I use the slip of the tongue? The word Cilicia came up. Now, why did Cilicia come up here? You're getting the point. Probably we make the same mistake in our clinic. We prescribe Cilicia, and must be that case if it is not improved, you will realize that patient would require Sanicula. Now, okay, I'll ask you this question. What is the character of sweat we had in Cilicia? I know asking sweating of Sanicula without explaining may be a little difficult. Fair. What was the sweating, character of sweating we had in Cilicia? See, more than coldness, I expect something, you know, better. Sweating of Cilicia. Okay, there are symptoms which comes up from suppressed sweat. Agreed. Good. What else? Good. Somebody. Yeah. Now you are coming to the point. It's offensive. Good. More than offensive. More than offensive. Yeah. Foot sweat. Offensive. Good. What is it that's very important? Agreed. It's very offensive. You cannot stand. In the place where Cilicia is removing his shoe, you can't stand. Okay, more than that, more than leaving Mars, Manju. What else? What else do we have? See, in Cilicia, the sweat is very acrid. The sweat is highly excoriative, excoriating to the extent that it eats off the socks. So acrid is the foot sweat, it eats off the socks. Not only socks, in our repertory, excoriating foot sweat eats off shoes. Forget about socks. Eating away shoe, you have Cilicia. The only other remedy in our repertory where the only other remedy that is mentioned in our repertory, foot sweat excoriating eats away socks, eats away shoe. The only other remedy is Sanicula. To make things very simple here, there are only two remedies. One is Sanicula and the other one is Silesia, in which the sweating is so acrid, so excoriating that the socks and shoe is eaten off. Hope I am clear. Done? I know it's an online class. I can't see your face nor your expressions, but I assume this is clear. Okay. So any doubts you always feel free to ask, so that don't go with doubts and in a confused state. Okay. There should be clarity. It's very important. Done. So offensive foot sweat destroys socks, destroys shoes. Okay. So we'll continue with few more symptoms. Now, when I started, I told you Sanicula is one very important remedy acting on the nutritive sphere, acting on the GA. Okay, and if you can recall, I told you acting on the GAT, it will cause slow and weak digestion, and this is what you see in Sanicula child. Child will have indigestion. And if you can again observe here, the image which I have taken, I am trying to tell you that the child is vomiting milk. Fine. Okay, the child is vomiting milk. So child is not able to digest milk and milk is vomited. Okay. What are the other remedies that come to your mind? Very good. Before I ask the question, that's what I expect. Beautiful. Ethusa, good. Only Ethusa, antimonium crudum, Silesia. Okay. Yeah, good. Done. So what you have here is child vomits milk in form of thick curds and falls asleep after vomiting. Falls asleep after vomiting. So indigestion, digestion is slow. They can't digest milk. Or few things you need to remember in Sanicula. Okay. Yeah. Now. Unfortunately, the animation part is not done here. Now, what I was trying to focus in this slide is the rectal symptoms of Sanicula. Two things I mentioned. One is the constipation, and in the second box, you see I have typed there is also diarrhea in Sanicula. So we'll take up constipation and at least tell me which remedy contributes to this symptom of constipation in Sanicula. What remedies come to your mind? Okay, no desire until large stool is accumulated. Probably alumina will come in good. Nitish has typed beautiful, good. Must be removed mechanically. What remedies? Must be removed mechanically. Very good. Pragati says Cilicia. Lokeshwari is talking of Cilicia. Yes, yeah, Alia. Lot of people. Good. So stool has to be removed mechanically and receding stools. What is this? This is also very characteristically seen in which remedy? Stools which come and they go. Fine. They come and they go off. One author says, I don't know, it should be Catherine Coulter. That author says there is shyness at the mental level, and to the extent stools are also feeling shy that they're just coming and then they're just going in. Yeah, Purushottam, absolutely fine. Cilicia, good. Cilicia. Cilicia is a very shy person emotionally, and that author also says, stools they just come and then they feel shy and they get inside. Okay, receding stools, beautiful. Diarrhea. Diarrhea, probably here you can think of some remedies. Now that it is all wide open, the animation is not done here. So you should immediately think of some remedies. Diarrhea wherein they keep changing in color. Diarrhea like scrambled eggs, frothy grass green, and they look like scum of a frog pond. So, which remedy comes to your mind? Okay, more than Virat. See, Virat has uh, very good. Who's that? Magnesium. Good, let me see. There's some issues here. Okay, so Akshata has Akshata and one more. Oh, yeah. Nitish, yes, good. Voice answering is a music to the ears. Good, keep it up. So Nitish says magnesium, Alia, and if I'm right, okay. I mean, few more names. Sorry, I'm not able to read the names. But anyway, good. The answer is right. Magnesiums. They have this kind of character, like scum on of frog pond. That what do we say in our local language? Pachi antive. Apache mele, you see all those greenish kind of thing. Fine. So very characteristic in magnesiums. Magcar. Okay. So same you also have in Sanicula. So moving ahead, a slide dedicated. Yeah, we have 10 more minutes. Okay, a slide dedicated to emaciation. Okay. Any quick inputs? The character of emaciation in Sanicula. What is the character of emaciation? See, Sanicula has few characteristic symptoms or characteristic features when it comes to emaciation. Okay, so emaciation in the image you see, mainly in children, mainly in newborn, mainly in infants. Emaciation in spite of eating well. Okay, that's the second point. And emaciation which is from above downwards. Okay, emaciation from above downwards, meaning you see this. Yeah, next 5 minutes it's getting over. Emaciation from above downwards, very important. Okay, and emaciation which is very progressive. See, progressive means it is something which is happening very gradually. Okay, so here, if at all you see rapid emaciation, emaciation which is fast, you have iodine, ars, creosote, plumbum, thuja, and tuberculinum. Okay, and emaciation which is upwards, meaning from below it is going up. You all know abrotinum. You should also remember argentum nitricum and pin sylvestris. I have never heard of this. Sorry, so I don't know much about the particular remedy. If it is downwards, you know it is Lyco, it's Natrum, it's Calcarea, and Sarsaparilla. Very good remedy for prolapse. The uterine muscles they go into a lot of weakness, and that bearing down feeling they feel as if everything is coming out through the vulva and through her vagina, and she has to keep her hand over the vulva to prevent the contents of the pelvis coming out through her vagina. So this is very important. We have 3 minutes. The class will close. So I'm a little fast. I wanted to have a small interaction here, but then pressing on vulva, lilium, tig, murex, and sepia. Crossing lips, uterine prolapse, they feel as if things are coming out, so they're forced to cross their limbs. You have sepia and lilium tig. Uterine prolapse symptoms when they're sneezing is more of cola, and they feel everything is coming out, and they stand, they feel better. The remedy is belladonna. Okay, so this is with the guiding symptoms of Sanicula. See, as a final year student, if you're lucky, you can have drug picture, or you can have a question on Sanicula child, or they might ask you to list the guiding symptoms of Sanicula. Okay, we have a minute's time. If at all you have anything to add, or if you have any quick questions, I'll be happy to take up. Before you start typing your questions, let's have a small recap. What we did today was we spoke of Sanicula, which is a continuation class, and we dedicated this class mainly keeping the guiding symptoms in mind, and we have explored the guiding symptoms, and keeping the final years in mind, some small comparison has been done. Okay, so this is the summary what we did today. So any quick questions, I'll be happy to take up. Yeah, if there are no questions, on a positive note, I feel you have understood everything. Fine. Please go back and read from the source books so that this beautiful remedy can be used more often. We don't use Sanicula very often because we don't know much about Sanicula. And many times we confuse and we give calcarea, silicea, borax, magnesium, and we tend to miss Sanicula. At least after this class, I hope you have got some clarity, and I feel this will be used more often in our clinical practice. Okay. If you have no doubts before the WebEx closes, okay. Thank you for joining, and next Saturday we'll meet with a brand new remedy. Thank you for joining. Thanks.